Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make scarfinator with ruffle. The materials we are going to be needing is the bridal satin. This is the shiny face bridal satin. You will need your needle and thread. You'll also be needing some office pin for this tutorial, and you'll be needing your scissors and your measuring tape for this tutorial. Now we are going to start with the bodies of the scarfinator. The first measurement we need here is 23 by 18 inches. It's going to be 23 inches long by 18 inches wide. The width is going to be 18 inches, while the length is going to be 23 inches. So you cut that and set it aside. So the other one is going to be 13 by 10 inches in two places. 30 by 10 inches. This is the first one and this is the second one. You will also use your fabric to cut 14 by 5 inches wide, 14 inches length and 5 inches wide in two places, and this is it. You will set it aside. You also use your fabric to cut 5 by 10 inches in two places, 5 inches wide and 10 inches length in two places, and you set it aside. Then for the ruffles we are going to place on top of the turban, the measurement is 8 by 60 inches. This is 8 inches wide and 60 inches long, as you can see. So you cut them and set them aside, and I'll be telling you what you'll be doing with each of the fabric. For your 10 by 13 in two places, you are going to take it and you fold it into two equal half. As you can see, when you fold it into two equal half, it becomes 5 inches. So you get the other one and also fold it into two equal half. So this is it. Now I want to overlap the other one on this first one, and this is how I'm going to place it. As you can see, this is how I'm going to place it, because I want it to overlap this way. You may want to use your pin to hold it down. So because of time, I will go and to the other one. This is my 14 by 5 inches. So when I fold into two equal half, it becomes 2.5 inches by 14 inches, and I will place it this way. So can you see the way I'm placing it? Please use your pin to hold it down. So this is it. I'll place this here to overlap on this one. Then I will come again and take the other one and place it here. Can you see it now? And then I will pin it down. So I will get my 23 by 18 inches and I will come here and place it on it also. So this is my 23 by 18 inches. I notch it to get the midpoint, so I'm going to place it here and I'll use my pin to pin it down. So this is it. Can you see now? I'll come here and I'll pin it down. Welcome back to Now Creative World. I'm Afrojuku Naomi, and we are in the making of the overlap scarfinator base. This is it, like I told you before now. So I've stitched using my needle and thread after placing it on it. So you can see the way I stitch it now. I stitched the other one inside, but this one on top, the 18 by 23 inches, I place it on top, and as you can see the stitches on top. You can see now, because my ruffles is going to cover this part, part I stitch. Then this is the 5 by 10 inches. I folded it into two sew it in, and I use it as the strap that we used to tie at the back. And this is the other one. As you can see, this is the other one at the other side. And I also use my sewing machine to stitch this inside, so that the rough edges will be inside. So this is it. Now I'm going to iron it straight, then I will tie it on the dummy head, and then I'll come and show us how it looks like, and then we'll be making the ruffles. So this is how it looks now on the dummy head. So at this point we'll be making the ruffles. So this is my 60 by 80 by 8 inches, my 8 inches wide and 60 inches long. As you can see, I folded into two. I folded it into two, and I stitch it uh to the end. So this is it now. I'm going to turn it to the right side, and after turning it to the right side, this is how it looks. This is how it looks on the right side. I also close one edge and leave the other part open. So at this point now, I will take my needle and my thread, because I'm going to be doing a running stitch on this. So I will start from one end. I will advise you double your thread to 8 strand instead of 4. I'm doing the running stitch at the middle. This one I'm doing it at the middle. So I'll do it to the other edge, and I'll be pulling it. So I'm doing it, I'll be pulling it together. Can you see now? I'll be pulling it together. So this is it. I'm going to pull it. As you can see the way I'm pulling it. Please don't pull it too hard. Don't pull it too hard. So I'm going to arrange this properly. Can you see now? Look at one. This how it looks at one side, and the other side, this how it looks. So I will tag this now. I will just use my pin to hold it down on the dummy head and show us how it looks. If you want yours to be fuller than this, you can pull it hard this way. Then you increase the length of the ruffle. Instead of 60, you can make yours 90 or even above that. So this is it now. And this is how it looks on the dummy head. As you can see, this is how it looks on the dummy head. Now I want to show us another way to make this ruffle very quickly. Then I'll also show us how it looks. The first ruffle we made, we did the running stitch at the middle of the fabric, but this is going to be at the other edge of the fabric, and then I'll pull and show us how it looks. So this is how the ruffle is, but we are not done yet. So I will tie this now, and I will tie this at this point, and I will arrange the ruffle properly. So after tying it, I'm about to arrange now. So this is the second ruffle now after tying. So I want to arrange it. I want to show us how to arrange it. This is how to arrange it. You arrange it like this. You start pulling it inside. Just pull it inside. Push it inside. Can you see it? So this is how it is. I'll just do it to the other side, then I will show us how to continue with it. So this is how it looks now. At this point now, I want to use my needle and my thread to tie this in a little bit. So this is it now. I will just pass my needle and my thread from one end and take it to this part. Can you see it now? And I will now push it down. See, I'm not extending it. Just where I bring it up, I will take it back. So can you see this now? So I'll go again at the back. Before I'll continue with this, I'll try and open it again and I'll push it down. And I'll take this at the back again, and then after take it off. As you can see, please use a matching color of thread so that the thread will not be visible. This is just to pin this down a little bit so that even after wearing it, it will not come up. You know, you try to arrange it. It's just to make the part you arrange to stay in place the way you arranged it. That's the essence of this. So I'll do it to the other side now. So this is the second ruffle and how it looks on the turban, on the scarfinator base. This is it, how it look on the scarfinator base. As you can see, I think the length of this is not much, so you can increase the length of your own to be more than this. And this other side also, I've not actually tacked it down with my needle and thread. I just use pin to hold it down. Now I'm going to tell us how we achieve the other part of uh, the the design of the on the scarfinator. So for the other part on the other side, this is what we're going to do. This is the bridal satin that we use. I'm also going to be using scuba for this. So the bridal satin, the measurement for the bridal satin is going to be 17 inches long and 10 inches wide. While the scuba fabric we are going to place inside is going to be 8 by 15 inches, 15 inches long and 8 inches wide. Then I'll now fold this a little bit and I will come to my bridal satin and I'll fold this in because we want to twist it and then tack it down. So this is it. So I'll just do it to the other edge. As I'm doing it, I'll try to twist it a little and then I'll bring this edge in. So this is it. Before I will twist it, I will tie at one end first. So I will tack it down at one edge. I will just tack it down and then I will tie it. So this is the part I tied. Now I'm going to twist it. Continue and twist it this way. Can you see now? And then I will try to tackle it down. Please don't twist it too much. So at this point now, I'll pass my needle upward. It's not going to be straight. Can you see it now? And I'll take it back. Please use a matching color of thread for this. Can you see it now? And then I'll come this way a little bit because I want to tag this in. Can you see it now? Please don't twist it much, and at the same time don't allow it to be too loose. Don't allow it to be too loose. Can you see this now? So I'll bring my needle this way because I want to tag this in so it won't be visible. Can you see? So I will just take my needle in and I'll pass it to the other side. Can you see it now? Please take your time and do yours neatly. So I'll come to the other side of I'm done with this twist now. I'll come to the other side of the scarfinator base and I'll place it on it like this, and then I'll use my needle and my thread to tack it down softly. Please take your time to make yours. If you want to twist it more than this, you can twist it more than this, but this is how I want it. You can twist yours more than this, but don't twist it too much. As you can see, this is it now, and this is how it is on the scarfinator. So you hide this at the back and use your needle and your thread to tack it down properly.